of the constitution and so many things. Today we will learn about the great guiding values of the Indian Constitution. Now we learned in the previous class how the Constituent Assembly members they made a constitution. Yes. To understand what really in the constitution are, we have to take two parts. One is the philosophy and ideas and values given by the leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Ambedkar and Jawaharlal Nehru. And another way of learning the Constitution Assembly is philosophy of the Constitution. Actually, what the Constitution says and how it represents the Constitution, it is through the preamble. In preamble, it is clearly explained about the aspiration of the Indians and how the Indians is going to adopt the Constitution and what the promise the government is giving for the India. Understood, children? Now, when we take the ideology and the philosophy value of the leaders, first foremost goes to the Mahatma Gandhi. In Constituent Assembly, the name of Mahatma Gandhi was given. He was there as a member. No, he was not at all there. But most of them who were in the Constituent Assembly, they were the followers of Mahatma Gandhi and they wanted to give the ideology of the Mahatma Gandhi in Constitution. Okay, so what were the ideas of the Mahatma Gandhi children? They brought to the Constitution. That you will learn in the page number 26. If you open the textbook, in that the yellow part is given the ideology of the Mahatma Gandhi saying that you want the Constitution as drug-free, alcoholic-free and equality to all the people and priority to the minorities, and he wanted to give the wrong Constitution. Where he has written about this is Young India. In this article of Young India, he has explained about his ideology, and that ideology is adopted by our Constituent Assembly members because there were many followers of the Gandhiji, and that ideology is called as Gandhism. But B.R. Ambedkar, who is B.R. Ambedkar children? In the previous class you learned that he is the chairman of the drafting committee of the Constituent Assembly. Yes? Yeah. He did not like the Gandhiji point of view at all. He was not, he is a follower of Gandhiji, he respects the Gandhi, but he said he doesn't like the ideology of the Gandhiji because he wanted to give the good nation to the India. But the strong nation will build with a different ideology. That was the concept of the Ambedkar. Okay, that Gandhiji said, yes, we have to give the priority to the minority. But Ambedkar said, we should uplift the minority. If we say that equality is a thing, just say two types of vehicles are moving. If one is moving in the cycle and one is moving in a car, who will reach first? One who has the car. Yes? The cycle person will be behind itself because he doesn't have the good vehicle, fast vehicle which moves very fastly. He is saying that minority people or Dalit people, untouchable people who are living in India or they don't have education, they are moving in the bicycle, and all other people are moving in a car because of the knowledge. To uplift the minority people, we want to give the same vehicle like car, so that competition should happen between the car and car, not between the cycle and car. That was the different idea between the Ambedkar and Gandhiji. So Ambedkar said we should give the priority by giving the reservation for the minority people so that they will come to the equal state. Now already the Dalit people are in the lower category. If we say to move up, it is very slow process, and these people will move up on the time. So if you want to bring them to equal means, you have to push the minority by giving the reservation, restrictions, and even the priority in all the field for the minority. Ideology is given in the page number 26. You must read these statements. Okay. If you read this statement, there are the questions regarding to the extraction of this question statement, and you have to answer. Okay, children. And even the Nehru had a vision. He had a different vision. He was saying that yes, we got the independence, but the independence is not only thing to lead India in a proper way or progressive way. He also is given that his ideology, and these three people's ideology is combined in the constitution. And these three people means there are many, even the members, 299 members, they have given different ideologies and guidance to the construction of the constitution. But still, all the ideas are debated and discussed, and they have brought into a consolidated conclusion, and they have given the strong constitution to India. Understood, children? Now all these things, all this philosophy has come to the drafting of the constitution, and this entire constitution has given the introductory statement in the beginning, that is called as preamble. Preamble is what, children? It is a introduction part, the beginning introduction part of the constitution. Here, think in a house there is a name board. No, seeing that name board, the people can recognize your house. Yes, that same way, seeing the preamble, we can recognize the entire constitution. It is just an introductory or introduction to the what actually the constitution is meant for, and what it means for. Understood? Now let us learn about the preamble. In page number 29, the preamble is given, children, and even the yellow box is given, and each and word gives a lot of meaning. In the preamble you can see here, we the people of India serving socialist, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. These all words are used. Above what man, these all words are so difficult to understand, means don't be difficult. It is very easy because these words, legal words, this gives a lot of meaning, saying that what actually our India is made up of, and why it is, how it is our India is bonded with. Okay, let us understand now each and every word, because that each and word gives a lot more information about the constitution. First, let us go with the word we the people of India. Here, we the people of India means what, children? You and me. Yes, we are the people of India, citizen of India. The first line itself in the preamble starts with the we the people of India, means that the constitution is made for the people of India, and it is made by people itself. Means we, for us, they have made the constitution. That is the meaning of we are the people of India. Okay. And next is sovereign. Sovereign is what, children? Sovereign means we have the freedom to make our own constitution and to lead our own country. For us, we don't want the others to rule and others to make a rules or the guidance of the others. We have the capability. We are very strong to construct our own constitution, and we can give our own leaders. Our people is having such knowledge to lead the nation. For example, British came to India. They are the foreigners. They made a us. Yes, but we are saying we don't want the British here. We go away and we are capable of making our own nation, rule the nation, guide the nation. Okay children, that is the meaning. Sovereign means we have the capability to lead or to make a rules and make a constitution, and we are independent to rule our own country. We don't want any other country or other person or other people to give guidance to us or lead a rule to us. Okay. If you take the example of South Africa, there when they were making the constitution, even they took the help of British. They gave the permission for the British also to join to make the constitution. There the sovereignty is not there. Means they are taking the help of British and they are making together and they are making the constitution. But our Indians, they did not took any permission from the others to make a constitution. Each and everything what is written in the constitution or made in the constitution, it is totally Indians. One have the patriotism in their heart, they have created a constitution to our India. That is the meaning of sovereign. Okay. Now next is what is socialistic? Socialistic means we are what all the wealth is present in India, we work in that wealth, we use the wealth and we share the wealth. That is the meaning of socialistic. The resources which are present in India is for all. It is not only for the particular region or particular area or particular person. It is for India. That is to all. And whatever we get, we have to share it and we have to live. That is the meaning of socialistic. And maybe economically, politically, and naturally, the resources what all we have, it is for each and every citizen. And secular. Secular means here, irrespective of caste, religion, everybody has the same landing in India. Here, everybody can, all the religion people can be in India and they can follow whichever the religion they like. And they believe is respected in India. Here, the people of all religion are safe and they can follow, and even they can construct the workshop or worshipping area. Means the people are promised in the constitution that all the religious people can believe their own belief and can lead their own life. The democratic. In the last class, you have learned about the democracy. Democracy means what children? By the people, for the people, and from the people. We are the people themselves, they are making the country and they are independent to do what they want, and that freedom is given in the democracy. People, they themselves select the leaders and they themselves rule the people and they themselves take care of the nation. And republic. Republic means we can choose the leaders. We have the voting right. Irrespective of caste and religion, we are the capacity to rule our own country, and it is ruled by people, not by the monarchy or any heritage people or dictatorship. Okay, it is ruled by the people and selected by the people, and the people representative, they themselves work for the nation. That is the meaning of republic. Justice. What is the meaning of justice? Means giving a truthful, trustful justice to all the people, irrespective of caste, religion or race or anything. If they are in the problem, they have the freedom to go and approach the justice and ask, demand for the justice. And liberty. And our constitution promises the citizens to give the freedom to choose whichever the subject they like, wherever they want to live, and express their thoughts, views, and even they can lead their life. And this freedom is equal to all the people. And coming to the equality, even the male, female are given the equal opportunity to vote. Everyone can vote. Above the 18 years, the citizens of India has the full equality rights to vote, and even irrespective of caste, religion and race and colors, they are treated equally in India. Fraternity means brotherhood. Your children, brotherhood means all of the citizens of India are treated or respected as brothers and sisters. This is the promise given by our leaders in the Constitution to India, saying that we all should lead a secure and liberty, equality, democratic and republic way. And this all are expressed in the preamble, saying that we all are same and we all are important to the nation. Children, whatever they have given in this preamble, the promises, aspiration, ideology, it is kept still now. After 70 years of the making of the Constitution, still we have respecting means the worthful information, and they have not thought for the present, they have thought for the future. And because they thought for the future, the Constitution, still now we are continuing with the Constitution. Even they gave the space for amendments. Amendments means changing. Time to time they have said that they can do the amendments and changes according to the time and the situations. And this also gave an institutional design. That institutional design clearly makes the Constitution to become a strong Constitution. And the Constitution promises and keeps the limit of the government, and it doesn't allow the government to take over the people, and it has cut the power of the government, and even they have given the chances for the people to check account the government, and even the government must work for the people. And this rotation of the power and sharing of the power and the sharing of the thought, given the space for amendments. It is not a rigid constitution. Most of the countries, they have made a new constitution after drafting the first constitution, but our Indians have not done. That clearly says that they wanted to give a strong constitution. They have thought about the future, not about their present time. Even they have said there is a full freedom to make a constitution to add and to adopt according to the time and consequence. But still, our Indian constitution has not taken much amendments. It clearly makes that how the leaders were had so much of ideology to give a strong constitution to India. Through this chapter here, I am finishing this chapter, children. We will meet you in the next chapter. Thank you.